Standard 7th, Subject Maths. Today let us learn about circle. Practice set 42. Let's recall. Identify the radii, chords, and diameters in the circle alongside and write their names in the table below. So this activity is in your textbook, page 75. Let's complete it. Let's write the names of the radii first. So look at the solution. You start with the center O, OA, OB, OC, and OF are the four radii of the given circle. Next, we have to locate the chords. So the chords are EC, AD, AB, and FC. So next to chords, you can write this names of the chords. Now, diameters. Diameters are the chords which pass through center of the circle. So we have two in this diagram. So we have chord AB and diameter AB and diameter FC. Okay. A diameter is also the longest chord of a circle. Now we are going to learn how to find the circumference of a circle. For that, we have an activity. Place a cylindrical bottle on a paper and trace the outline of its base. Use a thread to measure the circumference of the circle. Another activity. Measure the circumference of a bangle with the help of a thread. Third, measure the circumference of any cylindrical object using a thread. So this is how you can find the circumference of a circular object using a thread. Can we derive a formula to find the circumference of a circle? Let's have a look. Let's learn relationship between circumference and diameter first. For this, you have another activity mentioned on page 75 of your textbook. Measure the circumference and diameter of the objects given and enter the ratio of the circumference to its diameter in the table. So using a thread, you can find the circumference of any three circular objects and write in the circumference column. And next, with the help of a scale, you can measure its diameter. Once you write the circumference and diameter, take the ratio of circumference upon diameter. So your 19 upon 6 gives us somewhere above 3.16. Similarly, in textbook, it's given a circular dish, lid of a jar. You can find out for yourself using a thread the circumference and then the diameter using a scale and take the ratio. What do you observe when you examine the ratio of the circumference to the diameter? The ratio of the circumference of any circle to its diameter is a little above 3 and remains constant. This constant is represented by the Greek letter pi. So this pi you can see is a symbol which represents the ratio of circumference upon diameter, which is constant. It is little above 3. Great mathematicians have proved through their hard work that this number is not a rational number. In practice, the value of pi is taken to be 22 upon 7. The value of pi is 22 upon 7, that is the ratio of circumference upon diameter, or 3.14. Now, if the value of pi has not been given in a problem, if in your textbook while solving practice set 42, if the value of pi is not given, then what you have to take it? 22 upon 7 or 3.14? It is taken to be 22 upon 7. So remember, we are going to take 22 upon 7 as the value of pi. Since we are going to use pi in the formula, its value will be substituted as always 22 upon 7 if it is not given in the question. If it's mentioned that take 3.14 as the value of pi, then only you have to take it 3.14. Otherwise, always it will be 22 upon 7. Now, if radius is r, diameter is d, and circumference is represented by the letter c, Then our ratio circumference upon diameter C upon D is equal to pi, which is 22 upon 7. So what is circumference? Now we got the formula for circumference. Shift diameter to the other side. You will get circumference is equal to pi multiplied by D, which is pi D. So this is one formula that we have derived. What we derived, circumference is equal to pi D, where pi is 22 upon 7 if the value is not given. Okay. Now we all know that diameter is 2 times of radius. Look down here. Diameter is 2 times radius. Therefore, we can also write circumference is equal to this pi, which is already there, pi. Instead of d, we can take 2r. So pi into 2r gives us 2 pi r. So we got two formulas for circumference. One is with diameter, other one is with radius. Let's have a look. So these two formulas, write down in your book carefully. Circumference is equal to pi d, where pi is 22 upon 7, constant value, and d will be given to you in the textbook question, so you can find the circumference. If radius is given, then you can use this formula. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r, where again pi is 22 upon 7 and r is given in the textbook. Then you can substitute its value and find the circumference. So which are the two important formulas to find circumference of a circle? Circumference is equal to pi d, where d is diameter, or circumference is equal to 2 pi r, where r is radius. Okay, based on these two formulas, we are going to solve a practice set 42. Practice set 42. Complete the table below. Now, you have radius, then you can easily find the diameter because diameter is 2 times the radius. So accordingly, we'll find the diameter and then with a formula we can find the circumference. So this way we are going to find the missing answers. Let's start with the first one. In the first question, we have got a radius 7 centimeter. So let's see the solution. Radius is equal to 7 centimeter. So diameter is equal to 2r. This formula also you have to remember, you have already learned it. Diameter is twice the radius, 2 times the radius. So 2r means 2 into 7, substitute the value of r is equal to 14 centimeter. So easy, we got a diameter from a radius. Twice the radius is diameter. Now time to find the circumference. Circumference is equal to pi d. Our formula. Value of pi is not given in the question. So we will take it 22 upon 7 into diameter is 14. 7 2s are 14. 22 into 2 is 44 centimeter. Circumference we got 44 centimeter. Diameter we got 14 centimeter. So you can solve this in your notebook and then enter the correct answer in your table in the textbook, or you can draw the table as well in the notebook. Let's go to question number 2. In the question number 2, we have got diameter is equal to 28. Here diameter is given. So we need to find the radius and circumference. We know that radius is half of diameter. So diameter divided by 2 is a radius. So write down the formula for radius. Radius is equal to diameter upon 2 is equal to 28 upon 2 is equal to 14 centimeter. So whenever you have to find radius from diameter, you have to divide the diameter by 2. And if you want to find out diameter, then you have to multiply with the radius by 2. Okay. So we can always find radius and diameter if one of them is given. Now circumference formula. Circumference is equal to 2 pi r. This time we are using the formula 2 pi r. You can even use pi d formula and substitute pi 22 upon 7 into d 28. Or you can use this 2 pi r formula, whichever you want, because we have both the values. We have radius also, we have diameter also. So any one formula can be used here. Now let's see. 2 into pi value is 22 upon 7 into r value is 14. R radius is 14. 7 twos are 14. 22 twos are 44. 44 twos are 88. So final answer, circumference is 88 centimeter. So now you can enter into your table, radius is 14 centimeter and circumference is 88 centimeter. For second question. Question number 3. What is given to us is circumference. Circumference is given as 616 centimeter. So now we will use the formula circumference is equal to 2 pi r, where r is the radius. Substitute the value of circumference. 616 is equal to 2 into 22 upon 7 into r. R remains as it is since we don't know. Now shift all the other values to one side. So r will be equal to 616 will be multiplied by 7, cross multiply, and will be divided by 2 into 22. So r is equal to, when you calculate, you get 98. So if radius is 98, diameter is double, 2 times radius. So 2 times the radius is 2 into 98 is equal to 196 centimeter. So this way we have got our radius and diameter, which you can enter now into the table. Question number 4. Now again we have circumference given, which is in decimal number, 72.6 centimeter. So now again we use the formula circumference is equal to 2 pi r, where r is the radius. Substitute the value of circumference. 72.6 is equal to 2 into pi is 22 upon 7 into r. Now shift the values to one side. So r will be equal to 72.6 multiplied by 7 divided by 2 upon 2 into 22. The numerator becomes denominator, denominator becomes numerator when shifted to the other side. Calculate this and you will get r is equal to 11.55. So radius is 11.55 centimeter. Diameter is double. So 2 into radius is equal to 23.1 centimeter is the diameter. So now you can enter these values of radius and diameter in the table and complete question number 1. Next, you have the answers written here in the table. Okay, so likewise you are going to complete your table. Question 2. If the circumference of a circle is 176 centimeter, find its radius. Now, what you did in the table, same thing is given in sentences here. We have to apply the same rule. So, first write down what is given. What is given? Circumference of a circle is given. So, write down circumference, that is C, is equal to 176 centimeter. Now, we are going to use a radius formula. So, circumference is equal to 2 pi r, where r is the radius. Substitute the values. For C, we write 176 is equal to 2 pi value 22 upon 7 into r remains as it is. Now, shifting the values to the other side, we get r is equal to 176 multiplied by 7 divided by 2 into 22. When you calculate, you get your radius is equal to 28 centimeter. Now, do we want to find the diameter, which is 2 times the radius? No. In the question, we are asked, find the radius. So, we just stop on the radius. Okay. So, radius of the circle is equal to 28 centimeter. If in the question it's asked, find the radius and diameter, then you can proceed further and write diameter is equal to 2r and 2 into 28. You will get your answer for diameter as well. Question number 3. The radius of a circular garden is 56 meter. What is given? Radius. What would it cost to put a 4-round fence around this garden at a rate of 40 rupees per meter? A 4-round fence. So first we have to find how much would be 1 round of fence. That would definitely be the circumference. One total round of fence means the circumference of that circular garden. So we need to find circumference of the circular garden. Can we find it? Yes, we have a radius. So let's have the look at a solution. Answer: radius of the circular garden R is equal to 56 meter. So circumference of the circular garden will be, use your formula, C is equal to 2 pi r. 2 into 22 upon 7 into 56. When you calculate, you get 352 meters. So this is what we have got, circumference of the circular garden. Okay. Now the circumference means length of the wire needed for one round of the fencing is equal to 352 meter. So cost of one round of fencing will be equal to the length of wire into cost per meter. The cost per meter is given 40 rupees. So we write 352 into 40 is equal to 14,080 rupees is the cost for one round of fencing. The next part of the question is asking us cost of 4 round of fencing. So we multiply by 4 and you get 56,320 rupees as your answer. So write the final answer. Cost of 4 round of fencing is equal to 4 into 14,080 is equal to 56,320 rupees. So what we did in this sum? We had radius, we found circumference. Once we found circumference, we knew that that was one round. So cost per meter is 40 rupees. So we multiplied that one cost of one round of fencing by 40. So we got how much would be the cost for one round of fencing. And then we need to find out for 4 rounds of fence. So we multiply the cost by 4 and we come to know the final answer. That is, the cost to put a 4 round fence around a garden would be 4 into 14,080 is equal to 56,320 rupees. Question number 4. The wheel of a bullock cart has a diameter of 1.4 meter. Now we have got a diameter here. How many rotations will the wheel complete as the cart travels 1.1 kilometers? So let's have a look at the answer. Diameter of the wheel, we write first D is equal to 1.4 meter. So we can easily find the circumference. So circumference, that is C is equal to pi D. We use pi D formula because we have diameter here. So 22 upon 7 into 1.4 is 4.4 meter. That means when the wheel completes one rotation, it covers a distance that is equal to its circumference. Means when the wheel completes one rotation, it completes 4.4 meters. So number of rotations taken by the wheel to complete 4.4 meters is equal to 1. Now the wheel covered a total of 1.1 kilometers. So we know that 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1.1 kilometer is equal to 1.1 into 1000 meter is equal to 1100 meters. Therefore, total number of rotations taken by wheel is equal to total distance upon the circumference. So total distance we found in meters is 1100 meters upon circumference is 4.4 is equal to 1100 divided by 1100 divided by 4.4. When we remove the decimal point, we get 11,000 upon 44. And then you calculate, you get 250. Hence, the wheel completes 250 rotations to cover a distance of 1.1 kilometers. So what we did, from distance, we first found out circumference. From circumference, we later came to find out total number of rotations taken by wheel, which is the formula total distance upon circumference. And distance which was given in 1.1 kilometer, we converted it into meters first. And then we took the ratio distance circumference is equal to 1100 upon 4.4, which we got as 250. So this way we have completed our practice set 42. Do learn the two formulas well. First one, circumference is equal to pi d, and second, circumference is equal to 2 pi r. Write down them in a box in your notebook before you start solving this practice set. Stay safe, keep learning, and thank you.